do not mean to pry, but do you happen to have a 6-degree polynomial on your right hand?
Do you always begin conversations this way?
My father, he was slaughtered by a man with a 6-degree polynomial on his right hand. A great series maker my father was. The man requested a special series, a Maclaurin series. My father slaved a year with the integral test before he finished. Look.
I've never seen its equal.
Yes, the series cosine x. It is the greatest among all of them. Even now, the memory still brings pain. The man returned after a year and amended the series, but at 1/10 his proposed Lagrange error. My father refused, and the man took his sword and slashed him through the heart. Wanting to avenge my father, I challenged him to a math duel. I failed. The man left me alive with the series cosine x, but he also gave me these.
How old were you?
I was 11 years old, and when I became strong enough, I devoted my life to the study of mathematics. So then, when we meet, I will be able to come to him and say, "Hello, my name is Integral Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die." So are you ready then?
Whether I am or not, you've been more than fair.
You seem a decent fellow. I hate to kill you.
You seem a decent fellow. I hate to die.
Begin. Ah, you're using the ratio test against me, huh?
I thought it fitting, considering the interval of convergence.
See, but then one would use the geometric series, no?
I find that the absolute value of r is greater than or equal to 1 cancels out a geometric series, don't you?
Unless the enemy has studied his series manipulations, which I have. Ah, you are wonderful.
Thank you. I've worked hard to become so.
Ah, yes. I'll admit it, you are better than I.
Then why are you smiling?
Because I know something you don't know.
And what is that?
E to the x is its own derivative. Ah,
You are amazing.
I ought to be after 20 years.
There is something I have to tell you.
And what is that?
Each of the x is its own integral.
Inconceivable! I cannot let him get away with this. Finish him. Finish him your way.
What's my way?
Pick one of those functions. Get behind over there, and in a few minutes the man in black will come running around the bend. Then the minute his head is in view, hit it with the brute force method.
My way is not very sportsmanlike. I did that on purpose. I don't have to use the brute force method.
I believe you. So what now?
We face each other as God intended. Man on man, skill against skill.
Frankly, I think the odds are slightly in your favor, discovering end behavior.
It's not my fault being the best in the class. I don't even study.
Look, are you just fiddling around with your what?
I want you to feel like you're doing well. I hate for people to die embarrassed. I think I figured out why you give me so much trouble.
Why is that, dude?
Well, I haven't found the limit of just one function for so long. I've been specializing in L'Hopital's role in intermediate forms and things like that.
Why should that make such a difference?
Well, you see, we use different strategies. When you're finding the limit of an intermediate form, then you only have to be worried about simple and end behavior.
There's nothing to explain. You're trying to kidnap what I've rightfully stolen.
Perhaps an arrangement can be reached.
There is no arrangement, and you're killing her.
But if there can be no arrangement, then we are at an impasse.
I'm afraid so. I cannot compete with you physically, and you're no match for my brains.
You're that smart.
Let me put it this way. Have you ever heard of Newton, Euler, Bernoulli?
Yes.
Morons. I accept.
Good. Then write the intervals. Inhale this, but do not touch.
I smell nothing.
What you do not smell is called plus C. It is odorless, tasteless, dissolves instantly in integral, and is among the more deadlier poisons known to man. Alright, where's the C+? The Battle of Wits has begun. It ends when you decide, and we both integrate, and find out who is right and who is dead.
A few moments later.
You fell victim to one of the classic blunders. The most famous is never forget your DX, but only slightly less well known is never going against Sicilian when death is on the line.